Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm here with a cup of tea, so it's time for my monthly project tea update. If you haven't seen these videos before, basically I just talk about all my tea empties for the month, then I go over any new additions to my tea collection, and at the end of the video, I'll go over my current tea inventory numbers. So what I'm currently drinking is from Sullivan Street Tea. It's a little tea store in New York City, and it's the cream of Earl Grey tea that I'm drinking. I love this packaging. I got this as a Christmas gift, and I just think it's super cute with a little spoon, a little glass jar, but that's what I'm currently drinking. And yeah, I'll just get into the video. So over the past month, I used up 6 different teas, so I'm very happy with that. So the first thing that I used up was a box of the Twinings Irish Breakfast. This is something that I always have on hand. So I did go through a box of this. It's just like a very strong like black tea. It's really good. I just love like plain black teas. So I really liked this. And then the next thing that I used up in terms of black tea was the David's tea. This is the David's breakfast blend. It's just, again, a black tea, but it's like a loose leaf black tea. And this is one that I like always have on hand. So I did use up that. And then something else I kind of always like to have on hand is this Earl Grey from David's Tea. Again, just like a plain, like, but Earl Grey like black tea. And I used up that. And then I did use up a white tea, again from David's Tea. This is the white peach tea. And this one actually had more of like apple, but there was like peach. There's actual peach in it, but it has apple, white tea, marigold flowers, and peach, and then some flavoring. But it was really good. It was like a more fruity type tea, so I did use up that. Then I used up some herbal teas, again, something from David's Tea. I used up, I have like this like more large size tin. It's like 4 ounces of the Peppermint Amour tea. It's just like peppermint leaves, but I really love just like peppermint tea. So I did use up this whole tin of tea. And then finally, I used up one of my other favorites. This is from Yogi. It's the Honey Lavender Stress Relief. Again, this is something I've talked about in these videos quite a lot, that I've gone through many times, but I did use up this box of tea as well. So those are everything I used up during the month. And now I'll share the new additions to my collection. So I did add quite a bit of tea to my collection. I did kind of use up the herbal teas first. So I placed an Amazon order and kind of ended up with like a lot of stuff. And then later in the month, I made a purchase from David's Tea. So I did have quite a few additions to my tea collection. So firstly, with the Amazon order, actually I think I used up the Twinings Irish Breakfast first. So I ended up with this box from Twinings of English breakfast tea, and it's 100 tea bags. The boxes like this size, the standard size boxes, are 20 tea bags. So this is like 5 boxes of tea essentially. I previously have gotten, I think it was like a 40 size box, so like double the normal size. I don't think when I was ordering this, I realized it was really 100 tea bags. I just thought I was getting the larger size box that I've gotten before, but this one is much larger than normal. But anyway, it will last me for a long time. So I do have this box of just English breakfast tea. The English breakfast is a little, or the Irish breakfast is stronger than the English breakfast, but I don't think they had the Irish breakfast when I was looking, so I got the English breakfast one. But that's what I first picked out from Amazon. And then I wanted to get some more herbal tea. And usually for herbal tea, I like having 3 different varieties on hand. I like having some sort of peppermint tea. I also like having my Honey Lavender Stress Relief. It's one of my like staples for my collection. And then I also like having something that's like a lemon or ginger type tea. So that's what I was really wanting. So for the peppermint tea, I decided to pick up from Twinings their pure peppermint. So I don't think they had any large size boxes. But I ended up just picking up, because I kind of wanted to just like make one order versus like having to reorder multiple times. So I ended up with 3 boxes of the pure peppermint. And peppermint tea is really something I like to drink every single day. So like a box is only 20 So I didn't think it would last me that long, so that's why I ended up picking up 3 boxes of the pure peppermint from Twinings. And then, as I mentioned, I really like my Yogi Honey Lavender Stress Relief. And for the Yogi products, they were selling it, or at least what I could find when I was looking on the day, because I feel like what's available on Amazon is like constantly changing, but it was being sold in a pack of 4. So if I wanted to get the Honey Lavender Stress Relief, I had to get a 4-pack. So I did end up with 4 boxes of the Yogi Honey Lavender Stress Relief. So that happened. And then as I mentioned, I really like lemon ginger type teas, and Yogi does have a lemon ginger tea. I have tried it before. So I did order this as well. And again, this was another 4-pack of tea. So ended up with that one Amazon order that was 12 boxes of tea. And then as I mentioned, I later in the month did make a David's Tea order. So I had used up both of my black teas from David's Tea, the breakfast blend and the Earl Grey. And those are ones I like having on hand. So I really wanted to make an order with David's Tea to kind of repurchase some things I had ran out of. So I did repurchase the breakfast blend. I actually reused this canister. This was what I had my tea in, and then I refilled it when I got my order from David's Tea. So here's a little like bag it came in, but it's just like a plain black tea, and I just really love black teas, so I did pick up that. And then also the Earl Grey was the same story. This is one I've refilled multiple times, and I did repurchase this one. Some other stuff I repurchased. So I did repurchase the Peppermint Amour tea as well. I actually got 4 ounces of this, so it fills this entire canister. When I originally got this whole canister filled, it was like September of last year. So it took me about 6 months to go through the whole thing. So I decided to repurchase it. Even though I do have my Twinings boxes, I figured that I was making the order, might as well repurchase the peppermint tea as well, because I'm not sure at what point. Usually I go into the store, I have one pretty close to me, but I don't know at what point I'll be able to like go shop in a store again. So I decided to just kind of repurchase everything that I might want over the next few months with my David's Tea order. I picked up 2 more things from David's Tea. I did get some more of their Japanese Sencha. This is a green tea. It's just kind of like a basic green tea, which I do like having. I currently do have Japanese Sencha, but I thought I might run out fairly soon, so I did want to get some more of this. And then the last thing I picked up was something that I actually haven't had before, and it is an herbal tea. It's their throat coat tea. So I put it in this canister. But the throat coat tea, I figured if I get sick, might be good to have something on hand. And this has licorice root and fennel. I'm not a big fan of licorice or fennel, but I'm kind of interested to see how this works. I probably should try it out, but yeah, it does have that in it. It also has like mint, anise, ginger, peppermint, nettle leaves, black pepper, which is interesting, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, magnolia blossoms, cornflower blossoms. So I don't know what it will be like. It doesn't smell bad. I don't mind the smell of it. And you can see what it looks like, I guess. Kind of see it. But yeah, I was sort of like, well, might be nice to have on hand. So I did pick up that. So that's everything I picked up. I know it's a lot. It was a lot of kind of wanting to make sure I had stuff on hand, and I was making orders trying to think what I'd want over the next few months. So I did end up with quite a bit of tea. So now I'll just go over my current tea inventory numbers. And for the most part, I go by category. I'm happy with the numbers that I have. The only category that's kind of out of control is my herbal tea category, but I don't think I'll have to purchase anything over the next few months at least. So currently, for my tea inventory numbers for black tea, I have 4, and I'm perfectly happy with that. For green teas, I currently have 3. Again, I think that's a reasonable amount to have. For white teas, I have 1. it's fine. And then for herbal teas, I currently have 14. So of course that's the only one where I don't want to be adding everything, but I feel like I have enough tea to last me probably in the next like 3 to 6 months. We'll see how long all of this lasts. But yeah, in total, I have 22 teas currently. So that is all for my project tea update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.